Switch, got 500 flashlight in the eyes from the right, bitch on my side. Switch, cause I ain't trying to fall, no glove, no love, I just wanna see it all. Switch, got a scotch my itch, no time for a bitch, I'm just trying to get rich. Switch, got time with the lies, get a white G, cry to the bitch eye. Switch, got 500 flashlight in the eyes from the right, bitch on my side. Switch, cause I ain't trying to fall, no glove, no love, I just wanna see it all. Switch, got a scotch my itch, no time for a bitch, I'm just trying to get rich. Switch, got time with the lies, get a white G, cry to the bitch eye. Yo, fake fucks, no fake stuff, wanna say I changed with the residents. I'm saying, yeah,
we're live in the fucking cathedral. Hold on, wait a minute.
Something David's face came to he wasn't there. Someone looked like oh shit, bro. Instagram people like shit, David's face was there. Oh, so that's the room with David's face, that's the shit. Oh my god. Hey, we already live. Oh really? I just didn't know. I just did it. I told you on the way. What is that for?
London Marley, what the fuck is up, man? Look who's here.
In this bitch. What's up, everybody?
Everybody on the football game. I got the football right here. Yo, what up, Landon? I really am my mind. What up, bro? Hey, we live from the fucking cathedral once again. I told you some bitches that this shit will not cease until the catapult has catapulted somebody. One of these guys is gonna go fucking viral, man. I'm telling you. It's in the card. And once again, I try to bring you some of the best MCs in my mind from the Middle Georgia area, and this is one. Miads fucking right. No, Miads right. I added the fucking part in, my bad. Miads right. He's in the fucking building. We listening to his shit right now. Switch. You know what I'm saying? This is one of his hot records. You know what I'm saying? Miads got a lot of shit cooking right now, man. He took a little time out of his busy schedule on a Sunday. He got Super Bowl appearances and all type of shit to do. He came here to fuck with the cathedral. Miads right. Tell the cathedral what's going on, bro.
Yo, what up? Last night? What up, London? Last night, we just filmed a video for Nymphomaniac, and it was ridiculous. There was like 100 bitches. Like, the cops came, and they partied with us, and we got...
The cops came to the party.
We got footage of everything.
Like, getting them, include them in. I'm finna go turn the music down a little bit so y'all can hear Miads. Tell them what the fuck went down last night, man.
Yeah. So, like, we just wanted, like, 1 or 2 video girls to come to work in the video, and, like, everybody showed up. Thank you. Huge thank you to everyone who came. I'm not supposed to tell you all this, but that video is going to get posted on The Source, so stay tuned for that shit. And yeah, just been making lots of new records. Haven't released shit. Been hanging on to them. They're pretty hot.
Look, dude, like out of all the rappers I heard in Macon, Miads is like one of the most unique rappers I've heard, and that's not just because he's white. I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: erase all that shit and go lyrical. Content, creativity, it's all there. And you can say what you want. If you hear dude's music, you're going to want to hear another song. It's like fucking Frito-Lay. Like, what is Miads' formula for making music, man? How you make that shit that you make, bro?
So, a lot of people send me beats, and so I listen to them, and I know in like 15 seconds if I see a picture.
Yeah.
When I make a song, it's based off if I see a picture. I want everything to be visual. I want the music to have a visual component.
Yeah, your music real vivid. You can see it.
So that's what I do. Is I just try to paint a picture. That's all.
And the pictures are painted like one of my favorite songs you got. is Know Nobody? Could you explain the concept behind Know Nobody?
So Know Nobody started off, if y'all know that riff rap line where it says, my main goal in life is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Well, I saw that and I kind of felt that shit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've been doing this forever, and like people are just now figuring out that I'm doing it and that I'm hot. So I was like, fuck it, I don't know none of y'all.
Now they want to say, hey, that's how it is with artists. Like, you be doing that shit for so long, and the people around don't pay attention to other people start paying attention. They be like, God damn, he do got something special. Like, who are some of the artists? Everybody, for one thing, let me get this clear. Midas is from the group Fresh Valley Kings. If you know of the Fresh Valley Kings, you know of Midas. Like, give us the rundown on that. Like, how did y'all come together and start doing music? Shout out to Jackson and Ryan.
Yeah, shout out Wolfman, St. Jack. So I started off, and I just started off rapping at parties to girls, because girls liked it. Like, my friends made me do it. Then I didn't really believe that I could do it, but Ryan's a producer, and he sat me down, and he's like,
Wolfman.
He's like, look, let's make a mixtape. Like, I think you could do it. And then we started DJing in all the clubs around Macon, and then so we formed Fresh Valley Kings. It's just me and Ryan, and then we met Jackson. Jackson's fire as shit. So we're like, just come with us, come rap with us. It just kind of came together by accident, honestly.
Like, I heard of the Fresh Valley Kings through Android. Shout out to Droid. First time I met these guys, Droid brought them to the studio. I heard some of their music before I met them, and I was like, what in the fuck? That was my exact words, what in the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And it's been on and popping ever since I met this guy. Hold up, what is this? Wrist up, fist up. I'm just trying to get my dick sucked.
Dude, that shit, first time we ever performed that track, like, when I wrote that hook, I thought, this is fucking stupid. No one's gonna like it.
Shit.
But then we go to Mixtape Monday with that shit, and just brought down the house.
Look, the music that Fresh Valley Kings and Midas make, it's like, this is my fucking assumption. This is what I think of the music. It's like the ultimate anarchist, intelligent person's theme songs. Like, all the music is an anarchist, intelligent, genius level person's theme music. Like, when he go about life, he play fucking Know Nobody and shit like that. Like, bro, you got some anthems. Like, could you tell the people where they could get this music? There's a lot of people that want to know how to get your fucking music. And, you know, it's a lot of people that pop in and out on Facebook. They ain't on there. Like, could you tell them why they here? How to fuck with Midas right?
So, first of all, if you follow me on Facebook, I'm extremely active on Facebook, but the best way to get my music is SoundCloud. Right now, I made all my old releases free on SoundCloud. You just have to follow me to download them. So, go cop that if you want it. If you use streaming services like Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Apple Music, I'm everywhere.
Just go to Google and type in Midas Right, and it'll point you in the fucking direction you need to go. Bro, you got like a lot of major shit going on. Like, I myself, I meet some shit that you did with one of the guys from 808 Mafia. Tell the people what Midas has going on up under the raps. Like, you got a lot of powerful connections made. Could you elaborate to the people what Midas is doing?
Sure. I met a publicist actually at a bar in Atlanta, and he's got a Gucci Mane and 1017 Records. We posted my shit on SoundCloud, so that's been giving me some major exposure. And he's got hookups with all the blogs, but there's this label of producers called Film Noir that just started fucking with me. So Syn, Ryan, Film Noir. I'm not really working with anyone else right now, but I've got like 15, 20, 30 tracks.
He outsources. He looks outside of the source. That's why Macon is just getting a whiff of him, because he's an outsourcer. That is how you become a machine in music, when you go outside of your source. Like, look at the way world politics and government works. We make more money outside of the United States. We're going to get into all that, because I don't want to create no riffs. This is Super Bowl Sunday. We got the Midas edition. And, bro, like a lot of people, like me, myself, it's a lot of controversy within underground hip-hop and hip-hop that is new. People like to say it's not hip-hop. I say it is. The only person I say ain't hip-hop is, what's his name? Lil Yachty. And that is only because he said himself, I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star, baby. That is the only reason. Myself, I know you're a listener. You listen to a lot of broad-ass music, like not just hip-hop. Where do you feel like the music of today, why is there a gap? Number one, why do you think there's a gap between the underground and the mainstream?
Well, I think the gap comes from the fact that like labels are really losing their relevance. Like they're not as relevant as they used to be. So it was this cohesive whole of all music released went through these people, so it sounded like this. But now it's like you've got kids like me, like smoking weed and fucking recording in their bedroom, doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
So it's splitting out into a lot of different genres. Another thing I think that a lot of people disagree with me on is like rap is not hip hop anymore. Most of it is not. There is still people like Joey Bass who make hip hop, but most rap is electronic dance music.
That's what it is.
It's electronically produced, and you're supposed to dance to it. It's EDM.
It's like hip hop, rap had a convergence, and they merged it with pop. Now, popular music. When I say pop, I'm speaking of artists like when you hear songs like Britney Spears. The popular music, that electronic sound, they added that to hip hop, which kind of erased hip hop. And you know, at the same time, it didn't erase hip hop; it erased the norm. I say that it erased what people were used to, and I can't say that that's a bad thing. Cause everything has to evolve. Like you can't hold nothing in a bottle for a long time and think generations gonna treat it the same way. I feel like my generation just got a problem with the femininity of the whole thing, like the way the clothing, the attitude, even the dance is like everything is real feminine. That's I think what the gap is. It's like they look at the music, they like some of it, but what keeps them from liking it is the femininity of it all. Like, do you feel like that play a major part in people decide like the underground? I won't even say underground. I say the last generation of hip hop that really don't even buy music no more anyway. Do you feel? I feel like that's what it is. How you feel about you feel like the femininity in the music is what really keep them from liking a lot of these guys?
Yeah, I really think so. Cause like Yachty is kind of girly. Like a lot of people would like Young Thug's music, but he's like doing like gay shit on TV, and they don't feel that. And it's like it's like that. And I want to remain like a masculine influence on music for that reason. Cause like I think there's a lot of reaction to that. Like 21 Savage is like, it's just him just being a fucking hard ass man. Cause there's all this like sing-songy, like girly shit.
I can't say that he ain't on that girl shit at all. Like that dude right now, I research a lot of the artists. I don't just say, hey, I don't like them and don't listen to the music. Like I listen to the music, bro, and I look at their backstory. I look at all type of shit about them before I even judge that. And I don't judge it. I just say if I like it or not for a whole round decision. And he probably one of the only guys that are doing man shit as they rap. You got a fucking question, bro. It said, who are your biggest influences in hip hop?
Okay, off the top of my head, Mac Miller is a huge influence.
I like Mac Miller.
His early material is kind of like weak, like weed smoking party rap, but it was good for what it was. Yeah. But then he's just evolved to be a hell of a musician.
Yes, the Divine Feminine, that's a dope album. I like that, man.
Yeah, and he's done like every genre of hip hop now. I've done it well. Next, I'd say that I listened to a fuck ton of Nas when I first got into hip hop. Nas is a huge influence.
One of the gods.
I like the way he phrases everything.
Yeah, he's like a wordsmith.
And then I guess my third one is Juicy J, just because the way his voice sounds and the way he constructs his bars.
Juicy J, like a lot of people will say, "Damn, Juicy J." Could you explain? Cause Miads is a scientist of music. Could you explain why Juicy J?
Okay, well it's his voice. Everything he says is a soundbite. Like Riff Raff is sort of the same thing, but Riff Raff's not as good at it. Like everything Juicy J says is fucking quotable, and his voice is like a damn instrument.
Yeah.
But he's remained rich and relevant in the rap game for 20 years, and like doing something different every year.
And a lot of people don't give 3 6 Mafia they credit. A lot of the triple time rap style that people use that 3 6 Mafia invented that shit. And nobody won't give them their credit on that shit because it's so new. Nobody won't say, they won't say, hey, Amigos started that shit. No. If you research hip hop, Juicy J, Project Pat, they was doing all them fucking rhythm then. That's a great fucking choice. And it shows that he really listens to hip hop instead of just let it fly by with beats and say, oh, that shit dope because the beat's nice or whatever. Like, a lot of rappers these days, bro, like, they listen to hip hop and they really don't have any messages in music. There are no messages in a lot of hip hop that's out. What is Miads' message in his music? Whatever the message, what is Miads' message to the world? So Miads' music. So when I do a project, it's always a concept project, and so the projects don't necessarily have anything to do with each other. But for the psychotic erotic is kind of like I've been like
a sex addict and someone who parties and into drugs and all kinds of shit for a long time. And what I wanted to do with that project is to show the good and bad side of that lifestyle. If you start from the beginning, it's party songs, it's bangers. They're just fucking bangers.
I can't say it right. Check it out, man. Give it a chance. You would not skip a song. Like, you be fucking surprised how refreshing it is. Like, dude's music is good, man. Like, it's not a game. They not bullshit when you hear about them a lot. Shit's good. Like, the Psychotic Erotic, that's out right now, right?
Yes,
what
sir.
is the next? What are you working on right now? What's next up for Miads?
I've actually got a bunch of singles with producers. I've got a single with Ryan. I've got a single with King Benjamin of Film Noir. I need to make one with you.
Hey, man.
And so I've got a bunch
Whatever.
of singles that I'm like testing right now, like showing them to people that respect their opinion and getting feedback on them. And so I'm gonna drop those. But my next project is not gonna be an independent release. So that really kind of depends on how.
Whoa! You said not an independent release. An independent release means, for the people that are new to this, when you say it's not going to be an independent release, that means you have a corporation backing. That means you have a label backing. Is Miads saying Miads?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't. Never mind. I'm not supposed to say anything more about that.
Yeah, you can't talk about it. Hey, but like he said, we just going to say this. It's not going to be an independent release.
I can guarantee you that.
Like, one thing I learned about you, bro, from being around you are one fucking intelligent dude when it comes to marketing. And I only know him for a short time, probably like a year or maybe more, maybe less. And I learned like so fucking much about internet marketing and how to make a brand and how to make people, how to form a grassroots following. While we on here, we got a couple independent artists, you know what I'm saying, like that's on here, and they ask me all the time, how can you get this shit? What up, Joe Sticks, Yale? Could you tell these guys the number one rule to creating a grassroots movement on the internet, aka internet marketing? What is the number one thing you have to do in your mind? Mike is right.
So a lot of people think that it's visibility, like just constantly being on people's feeds and shit, and that's not what would ever work for me. What worked for me is meeting people in the middle. If people are talking about something, talk to them about that. If people are listening to something, make something like that for them. Like, people are, by default, uninterested in what you're doing. They don't know who you are, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And so, make something that's already like stuff they're interested in, and engage them in a way that they appreciate.
Yeah.
And another thing too is don't be scared to invest in yourself. Like, a lot of people say that like buying ads or whatever is fake, but like big artists do it. You gotta do it. You gotta expose your music to as many people as you can,
Exactly.
in a way that they like.
See, people think when you buy those views, they act like it's a person sitting down in the office and they just do that shit. What they do is force your music on people. The ads make it well. You know how you look on Facebook and you see some advertisement? Most of them you share them. You see these advertisements, they are not Facebook pages, but it's probably like Splice for fucking Splice or some kind of new fucking rainwater drink or some shit like that. Splice paid for the ads, that's why you see it. It's not fake. The shit begets attention. I did the shit behind one song for one day. I started out, I did the song by myself. I put it on there. The shit got like 100 and some views. I did like $5 for like 2 days or some shit like that, and that shit went up to like 40,000 views. And to this day, when I meet new people, and I haven't even released this song really, oh man, I love that song, man. How did you hear that shit? I heard that shit on a website affiliated with Facebook, or I seen it on my feed. Fuckers who ain't even in my friends list, bro. Do not think that shit don't work. That shit, you know how it do work? If you got good shit to go with it. If your shit suck, it don't matter what you do.
True. And you gotta have engaging visual content. Like,
exactly.
Everything needs a visual. Like, cause that's kind of my philosophy behind music, is to make it visual. But as a marketing strategy, it's extremely important too.
Yes. People want to know you from your music without even hearing the music. They want to see you like, they want to see you kicking it sometime. They want to see you just do a live feed, just talking about nothing sometime. It's hard to do, but it's easy to do. Think about it. Miads, before we got, I've got one more question. It said, Is your Facebook account monetized?
No, not currently. But
can you monetize Facebook? I guess that's the question. How do you monetize Facebook?
You can if you have a big enough page. People will pay you to post stuff, but you kind of have to go
advertisers.
Right. You kind of have to go through like networks to do that though.
Yeah.
And you have to be big. You have to have like 100,000 to do that.
Yes, it's like it's kind of like you have to make them want to fuck with you. It's like so many favorites. Like it's the same thing. I would use Facebook to beget traffic to YouTube. That's why I would use other sites for wherever y'all can monetize. We know YouTube monetize. Make sure you get your YouTube account for all the artists out here. You gotta have you really got to be a part of everything. Fuck it, get a Pinterest, man.
Yeah.
Get everything that's available, man. They got social websites in China. I think what the fuck is it called? It's like some weird shit. I got it. I never been on it, but I got this shit. And guess what this shit do? I get so many foreign people to my Facebook page from that shit that I can't even name. Hey man, American music is popular, dog, all over the world, and the internet allows you to get there. Before we go, man, I always ask every artist this question, and it's like the question that I know where your mind state at. And we got Midas right today, and I know personally that he listens to a lot of shit. So this fucking question is gonna be deep for Midas. I already know. Midas right. You got 24 hours to live. The only thing that'll save your life is listening to your favorite song of all times. That's the only thing that'll save your life. What song is Midas right listening to save his fucking life? Ooh. And the catch to it is there's a chip inside of the CD player that has a feeling monitor, and it has to be his real choice. So it gotta be your real. What song is it, Midas?
I need a second to think on that one.
Last song of life.
You know,
he listens to a lot of shit.
Honestly, I think it'd be When You're Smiling and Astride Me by Father John Misty.
Half of the people watching don't even know who the... Could you say his name again?
Father John Misty.
And what's the name of the song?
When You're Smiling and Astride Me.
Google that shit and see what Midas is gonna die to. I haven't heard... Like I say, dude, listen to so much shit. He'll say the name of a group that I didn't even know existed. I go fucking Google them and be like, what the fuck have they been all my life? He got like a fucking... a mutant ability of music choosing and shit. Hey, we about to come back in a minute and bring y'all exactly what you came to see. Right before the Super Bowl start, the pregame is Midas Right versus the microphone. If you don't want to see this shit, hold up, you do want to see this shit. This is some shit you don't want to miss. It's going to have your motherfucking Super Bowl party lit. If you at a Super Bowl party right now, I'm going to be back in like 5 seconds with the second feed where Midas is fucking freestyling. Put your fucking phone up to the TV. Do what you got to do. Get your Super Bowl party lit with Midas Right. Hey, anything you want to say before we go to the next feed, Midas?
Thank y'all for tuning in.
He's just that kind of guy, man. Hey, live back at the Cathedral, Midas 6 Beats. It's about to go the fuck down. Watch.